Good morning and happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to a very special episode of C-SPAN, where we're going to take a tour of our commissary or kitchen, where we do all of the food prep for our animals. I'm here with Anita this morning, who is going to teach us all about our commissary and what we do in here.
Hi guys, welcome to this wonderful Friday. I'm here in the commissary here at the Florida Aquarium. It's just like your average kitchen, but here all our diets go to our animals. So let me show you around. Over here we have our whole cleaning area, just like in your typical commercial kitchen. So knives, cleanliness, very important here to make sure that our animals are taken care of from top to bottom with how we care for their diets. Moving over this way, you'll see that we have one of our biologists here working on some of the diets for our fins team. And then right here, we have some stuff that'll eventually go to our birds. Speaking of our birds, we like to keep all their diets written up here. We prep it every single day for them. We have songbirds, which include blue jays, orioles, ducks, spoonbills, herons, and a variety of different animals that fly around in our open aviary. Coming back this way, welcome to our dry storage area. Here we keep some of the pellets that you just saw written up on the board for our various birds. Some of these might even look very familiar to you. We have your typical bird seed. Butternut absolutely loves her sunflower seeds. Butternut is our resident blue jay. We also have, believe it or not, canine pellet. So we have some nutrients in your typical dog food that we utilize into some of our diets here. Over here in the corner as well, we have different hazen varieties. So some of our tortoises, like Skippy, they enjoy munching on that daily. And then coming back this way, we use flamingo pellets. It helps our spoonbills, who also use the pigment in their diets to give them that beautiful pink color. And a variety of other different items, including peanuts, another favorite treat of our songbirds. Butternut will seek you out if you have peanuts in your pocket. It's one of her absolute favorites. She actually will spend time sometimes hiding these throughout the aviary for her to forage and look for later. Perfect. So we're going to move over this way. We use a variety of different storage utensils to keep our diets clean and covered when they go into the fridges. So bins, lids, some of our tortoises and different turtles will eat from these pans, whereas for our birds in the aviary, we will discreetly hide these throughout once their diet is prepped. One of my favorite bins in the commissary is actually our enrichment bin, which you will see later. It kind of looks like if your grandmother had a bunch of cookie shapes or brownie pans, but we use these for special holidays and treats for our animals so they can see different things throughout their day. Awesome. All right, let's head this way. As you will see in here, we don't have any of your typical appliances, so there's no stoves in here. We do have a microwave for some occasions. The only thing we really cook in here are eggs for our otters. I've had in the past where I've come from Publix with eggs and people are like, who's that for? And they get really excited when they find out that we give them to our otters. You're good. Speaking of otters, this is Chrissy here. She works with them daily. And as you see, we have eggs, a variety of different produce items. Some of these go to our turtles, not just here, but also at the Sea Turtle Rehab Center at Apollo Beach. These peppers here and some other vegetables, we actually grow ourselves here at the aquarium.
And if you guys saw, we got featured by CBS for a sea turtle eating one of these bell peppers. So these are the little guys that get fed out to our green sea turtles.
We send them a shipment weekly so that all the sea turtles in our care here and out with our wonderful biologists at Apollo Beach have exactly what they need to make sure they're happy and healthy. Also here, you will see a different diet. So this here is for our wetlands. This bin here is for all our lovely penguins. We have stuff for our otters. We date everything just to make sure that we know how fresh it is. We keep nothing more than 24 hours here in our refrigerator. People commonly ask us if we're giving our animals the highest quality of food, and the answer is yes. From what comes in our shipments to how it's kept in our fridge, we have very tight restrictions to make sure that everything is good to go. Which brings me to our walk-in freezer. So, it's a little chilly in here, but I'm from Michigan, so I'm pretty used to it. We have all of our frozen seafood in here, which is human and animal quality. We have different hard clams that you'll see. A lot of our sea stars love to munch on these. We have lake smelt for our freshwater animals. We have different forms of pea herring, and even some of our smaller frozen items. These are a very small version of shrimp that we'll give out to some of our smaller mouthed animals and fish. All right. Well, now that I've shown you where everything is, I'll be more than happy to prepare a diet for you all. First things first though, it's important, and especially not just in times like this, but to put on gloves. So let's go get some gloves to wear. We also make sure whenever we're going to be cutting something for our protection, we're wearing a cut glove. Which will then also be covered by a glove. Awesome. Alright, so we went ahead and pre-prepared some of the items for you to make things move so you can see a little bit of everything today. I'm going to start with our songbird diet. I talked a lot about butternut, so it's time to show you what she likes to eat. First and foremost, here are some of the pellets. So in this pan here, we have what's called soft bill, and this predominantly goes to our oriole. And then we have that canine and some of our parrot. We are going to soak these in a freshwater makeup. This helps so that the birds, when they get it, it's soft on their bills and easy for them to eat. On different vegetables and fruits. So we're going to start by cutting this up. I'm going to utilize this pan here. So if we were to reference the board here, you'll see for the songbirds, it's 25 grams of fruits and veggies together. And then for the orioles specifically, it's 10 grams of veggies. We like to give them very small pieces to make sure that it's something they can consume easily.
And Anita, how do we decide how much we feed our animals?
So a lot of it is done through our animal health team, and they base it on body weight. And we also just keep up with checkups and such so we can see if are they gaining weight, are they losing weight. There's a lot of seasonality changes that happen too. So if it's mating season, or if they're storing for winter naturally in their habitats, we might increase or decrease the amount of food they get.
So you can see here, Anita's weighing all of the things that our animals are gonna get. So we weigh out everything to make sure that they're getting an appropriate amount of food in their diet.
Something else, so the pepper is unique. So you'll see it has a lot of different seeds in it. We avoid giving a lot of the seeds to our animals. For example, apple seeds are not healthy for them. So if we're cutting open an apple for fruits and veggie diets, we'll make sure to avoid that just due to the different composition in those seeds.
And we've been talking a lot about butternut today. Butternut is our blue jay. And if you have been watching our live streams, especially the one with Chrissy last week, Butternut actually landed on her head during the live stream last week, which was pretty epic.
Okay, we're almost there with our veggies, and then we'll move on to our fruit. But as you can see, like I said, these are very small pieces. To make sure that they can digest them and eat them. All right, so we're moving on to our fruits. They absolutely love strawberries, bananas, pears, mangoes, pineapples. Every week when we order produce, we try to change it up a little bit. Just like you or I, our animals like variety. They'll get pretty sick of the same thing over and over again. And you can watch it in their behaviors. They will completely turn away from something if they feel like they've had it too often or it's not what they want anymore.
So Anita, talk about how much time it takes to prepare all these diets for all of our animals.
Yeah, absolutely. So if it's a one person in here, it'll probably take a majority of the day, so maybe about 5 to 6 hours. We prepare over 100 diets every single day. However, we have the benefit of when we're open utilizing our wonderful volunteers and other staff members, and then we do get a lot of help from the other biologists as well because they keep a hand on their different diets to make sure that everything's getting cut properly for them. So it really takes a whole team. But if it was just one person doing it every day, it would take about 5 to 6 hours. And we're going to add a little pear in there for variety. Fun to see the volunteers get involved with the diets as well because they grow that attachment to their animals so that they love to go out there and see them get fed and know that they put in that hard work for it as well. It's really cool. All the volunteers and staff here become one big family, so we really enjoy our time with them. All right, so with that, we have plenty of fruits and veggies. And now we can start putting things together. So as you'll notice, for this, we actually left the bird seed out. It doesn't do well when it's soaked. It actually kind of like grows a little more, kind of like rice. So we put that in at the end with everything. All right. So in here, we'll have the different seeds. I'm going to go ahead and grab a drier pan because we don't need that much water. So we pre-weighed out all these items here, including obviously as you saw the fruits and veggies. So from there we can just take and split it up between the pans as we need. If you direct to the board, you'll see that there's a number 2 next to songbirds, which means we only need 2 pans. One's an AM feed and one's a PM feed. So we will split all the ingredients we made today between the 2 pans. So, and then right here, this little meatball is called Bop. It's a bird of prey diet. It just gives a little more meat and protein to their diet here. We have 2 different sizes that we'll give to our birds. So this here is called a Bop Dot. It's very small, once again going with the mouths of the songbirds. But for some of our other animals, such as our spoonbills, or for our ducks, we'll do a little bit bigger sizes, little meatballs for them. is they have bigger bills and can eat it easier. Alright, and this is what one of our summer diets would look like for the whole day. Alright, so another fun thing that we love to do here at the aquarium is work on different enrichment options for our animals. Enrichment is a way that we kind of make their food, like I showed you with these different holders, into different shapes. We like to hide different things in their food, and that way it just makes them have to work harder. So it's like a puzzle for you or I. For them, they're finding a new way to get to their food. So for today, we're going to make some stuff for our resident otters. We're going to use this lake smelt here, and we are going to put it, just little pieces here, into our...
And if you guys know, we love to celebrate holidays here at the Florida Aquarium, so you have some little Easter egg molds. We try to mix these up, and you'll often see them on our social media giving different holiday-themed treats to our animals.
So another thing we get to do is we get to add color to it, and makes it a little more fun as well. For anyone that's worked with food coloring, you know that this goes a long way.
And all of the food coloring is approved by our vet staff to be completely safe for our animals, so they aren't getting anything that would harm them.
So what'll happen is once we put it in the freezer overnight, and then during training sessions or during different parts of the day, the biologists will utilize these. And then the otters will either dig out the lake smelt, or they'll wait patiently for it to thaw. Although, like us with cookies, we never wait patiently. More water back in it. Alright, so then we're going to go start in our freezer over here, where we already have different enrichment treats prepped for our animals. So, as Megan was saying about holidays, so we have a variety of stuff. We like to pull this one out, especially for Halloween, but there's different meatballs and fish in here. We also have Christmas trees. And then once again, we're using some of that fresh herbs and different veggies from the garden we have upstairs at the aquarium. Just have a different variety of treats. So these here are going to go to our anemones. Just has a different makeup of proteins and salt water and items. So depending on who's getting the treat, we might use different water and makeup depending on their natural environment.
Alrighty guys, well thank you so much for tuning in today to watch Friday's episode of C-SPAN with Anita. We hope that you guys enjoyed this awesome tour, and we're excited to see you guys next week, Monday through Friday, for another episode of C-SPAN. Thanks, Anita.